All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming through on this Monday night. I was telling Pierre before this that this is the graveyard shift. Only the hardiest come out on a Monday night to join us here in the cold, rain, and wet weather. So I do appreciate you coming out and joining us this evening. Thank you for all of you who've tuned in from your warm homes, soft beds at home and stuff. But we do appreciate you tuning in and joining us this evening, wherever you may be. And we know we've got people from around the country watching us every day, which is very exciting for us at DuePoint to know the impact of what we're doing here. And this evening, I hope to share some of that impact with you. I hope that by the time we're finished, you'll understand quite what we're trying to achieve at DuePoint. So to start with, DuePoint is a division of Constantia Insurance Company Limited. That's important to note because many people say, but I've never heard of DuePoint. Well, we're a division of another business called Constantia Insurance Company Limited. We're both listed and licensed as a life and short-term insurance company. We've been around since 1952. So we are 66 years old this year. This is not a new business. And I think for many people, they go, DuePoint, no, this must be new. No, it's not. This is a long-standing insurance company in the financial services space in South Africa. So we want you to have some confidence because we do know there's so many things that kind of blow in from offshore, pretend to be something and blow back out again with all your money. That's not what's going to be the case this evening. We're not one of those. We're nothing like any of those. We have something that is very unique here this evening that I want to share with you. We are, of course, an authorized and registered financial services provider with the FSCA. That's just one of our FSP numbers. Go and look us up on the internet. Everything you need to know about us is on the internet. So for those of you through the camera lens, I say it every night, if you go until I see the building, I won't believe it's true. Well, you're looking at the building through the camera lens. This is me. I'm live. It is the 9th of July. We're not editing this video. I've had someone say that to me. Yes, but this could be an edited video. No, it's the 9th of July. It's Monday night. It's cold and miserable outside, and we're here. And these people are all very real. They look real to me anyway. They don't look like cardboard cutouts. They look very real to me. And so I want to give you some confidence that this is real. And you can, of course, come and visit me and the team at any time. We're here Monday through Saturday. No matter where you are in the country, if you find yourself in Johannesburg, pop by our offices and see that we are real. But we want you to move past that straight away and join us on our mission here at DuePoint. We have two objectives at DuePoint. Our primary objective is to put into the hands of South Africans a tool that they can use to create wealth, not a tool that they can use to create cash. That's not what we're here for. Sales transactions are not what we do at DuePoint because sales transactions don't change the economic position of individuals. When you're having to sell pots and pans, then you know you're only making money when you sell. And when you can't sell, well, then you don't make money. Here at DuePoint, this tool creates for you a monthly recurring steadfast income. That is the kind of thing that allows you to start changing your personal circumstances. What are your personal circumstances? I don't need to tell you. The first one is you have no control over your income. You can come and debate with me afterwards that you do, but I guarantee you, you don't have control over your income. Somebody else, your boss, your remuneration committee, your manager, whatever, has the ability to tell you how much your increase is going to be every year, what you earn when you start your job, whether you get promoted, and whether you get a bonus or not. And as you know, in the current economic environment of South Africa, we're not getting bonuses at the moment. The other thing that you don't have any control over is the economy itself. This has been one of the most horrendous years for price increases. We've had 3 petrol price increases, 3 in 1 year. We've even had VAT go up. And of course, that affected prices by about 7%. So I don't know how many of you have had salary increases to match all of these price increases. Because, you know, when the petrol price goes up, everything goes up. You would have seen it in the shops. My wife was again exclaiming this weekend at how expensive things have got. She said to me, Handy Andy, used to be 12 Rand a bottle. It's now 35 Rand a bottle. But, I mean, in her memory, as in like in the last 18 months, it was 12 Rand for a bottle of Handy Andy. And now it's 35 Rand, you know. That's a triple. So when people come at the end of this year and say, no, inflation was 6%, laugh at them. Laugh at them. A bottle of Handy Andy can't go from 12 Rand to 35 Rand with a 6% inflation. And we don't get a vote. Nobody ever emails me to say, is it okay to increase the petrol price? We don't get that vote. We are sitting here out of control. And so this tool that we have here at DuePoint, this tool that we have created, puts you back in control. And when you're back in control, you can start eradicating things like debt in your life, when you can generate an income to bridge the gap between your income and expenditure, rather than having to plug it in with debt. Because you know what's happening at the moment? Our income and our expenditure are stretching apart. And that bridge of debt is going to collapse at some point. It's going to collapse in on you. What do we do? How do we survive? Well, we want to put income in that space that you control, that you have, and that is there on a steadfast, recurring basis. That's our first objective at DuePoint. Our second objective at DuePoint is that we want to get South Africans plugged back into the financial services industry. It's a massively, massively regulated industry at the moment, and it means that 99% of South Africans are not involved and cannot get involved in this industry. We believe that through our system, we have opened the window again to allow South Africans to benefit from this really big portion of the South African economy. So with those two objectives put together, we have created what we call the DuePoint system. The DuePoint system allows you as an individual to contract with us as what we call a wealth engineer. As a wealth engineer, you're given one task, the task of connecting people to us. That's it. We don't sell things, like I've said here, so there's no selling, there is no advertising, there's no advising. You know, we're an insurance company, so some people think they've got to become advisors. In fact, I saw that on Facebook quite a while ago, but around about when we first launched, people were saying, I'm the new advisor for DuePoint. No, we don't need you to be advisors at all. We need you to do one task, just connect people to us. As you connect people to us, you allow us to penetrate the South African market. We get to people that we couldn't get to in our traditional formats, and so we're able to distribute more of our products. And when we do that, we create revenue, and it's the revenue that we create that we use to create that recurring extra income, that wealth for you. You see, again, it's recurring because it is not transactional. We use financial services and lifestyle products that run on automatic debit order systems, which means that every month, no matter what you're doing, you could be in hospital, you could be on holiday, you could be overworked at work. Doesn't matter what you're doing, that debit order raises and the income comes in. It means you can rely on it. It means you can forecast on it. I mean, that is huge. This is how you change your financial position. When you can forecast on your income, you can start planning. I can buy a house. I can buy a car. I will be able to pay for my kids' education because you know what income is coming in. That's what we do. We do not sell goodies here. We don't, because it puts cash in your hand for 1 minute and then the cash is gone. And that's not what we want to do at DuePoint. We also then wrap this in a system that allows you to leverage others. Many people that come to DuePoint say, Brendan, I don't have time for this. Congratulations, you're part of the biggest club in the country of people who don't have time. No one has time, ladies and gentlemen. Look at it. It's Monday night, and where are we? We're here, okay? None of us have time. We understand that. So we built the system to leverage other people who might have a little bit of time to create income and wealth for you. You build what we call channels here of individuals who can produce wealth for you 24 hours a day. No pot-selling organization is going to be able to do that for you. Here you have the ability to leverage others, and it means that you buy your time back through our system. You get your time back through what we do. This is not employment. You're not here at 8 o'clock in the morning and leaving at 5 in the afternoon. This is a tool we put in your hands, and you're going to decide how much you're going to use it. Some of you will use it a little bit, some a lot. It'll be completely up to you and your personal circumstances to decide on that. And we allow you to do it at no cost. You see, that's the other big thing. When I spoke about having trust in who we are at the beginning, the other thing that we know that we've lost faith in here in South Africa is companies taking our money. Every new day there is a new website or WhatsApp or something where they are saying, oh, I'll make you a millionaire in 90 days. I saw the last one, amazing network lifestyle opportunities. I mean, amazing, you know, not amazing, just amazing, okay? And it says they will compound your earnings at 75% a month. All right, there's two problems with that. The first one, it is illegal. You cannot give growth of that amount. It's against the Consumer Protection Act. And secondly, it's impossible. The second one's a bigger issue. It's physically impossible to give you return like that. And what does it do? It says all you need to do is make a donation. Just a donation and we'll start making you money. Well, here at DuePoint, you do not need to donate me anything. Not money, not organs, not anything. You do not need to pay a starter fee of any kind. There's no starter kit you're going to buy this evening. There's no starter guide you're going to buy. There's no payment for application forms. And there is no monthly fees or admin fees or sales fees or marketing fees. Because we know that we are tired as South Africans are having to pay and lose every time. Here there is no cost for being a wealth engineer. By simply being a product owner at DuePoint, you're automatically a wealth engineer at no additional premium in our system. And so, folks, it means that everybody in South Africa can be a wealth engineer. You don't need any specific experience or education, and you don't need the money to get started. Everyone can start building their wealth with us. Everyone can start building that channel, that asset that produces a monthly recurring income. Because when you've got that, you've got something that can be priced. You see, if you've got recurring income, we can price you as a chartered accountants. We now know how to put a price on your team. And when we put a price on your team, at DuePoint, you're allowed to sell it. You can sell your channel to somebody else. You have value in what you have produced. And in addition, when you pass away one day, your channel will pass on to your children automatically. This means that the income and the asset that you have created at DuePoint will be used, will be beneficial to more than one generation. This is the thing about being a 7-decade-old insurance company. We don't think about just now. We're thinking about how are we going to affect the economy of South Africa from generation to generation. Your channel is an asset you will produce for your children and your grandchildren in our system. It is proper wealth what we produce here, not 5-minute circumstantial cash that we create here at DuePoint. We also have designed it in a way that you can be proud of it. You see, that's one of the things that people are most affected by. We talk about the unconscious no, the subconscious no. You talk to somebody about anything that doesn't smell like employment and it's just no. That just comes out before you've got your second word out. We were actually arguing this morning as a team about this because I'm very straightforward. So there's two presenters here, Rob and I. Rob is he's in touch with his feelings. So he's much more artistic and he takes the gentle approach of leading people in. And I'm the more direct. I'm like, you can't have stigma. You don't have the opportunity anymore to have stigma. We're all in so much trouble financially that we can't afford to have stigma. We need to put it aside. And here what we say at DuePoint is we've built it so that we take into account again the fact that some people are going to go, I don't want to do this because it doesn't sound like what I normally do. And so we said we need to create a system that will make you proud of what you do. First of all, you can see by everything that we are and do that we've done everything at the highest level of quality. So your experience here as a wealth engineer will be one that is very close to being a member of a private bank. I mean, we're not a private bank, but the customer service experience will be that level. We have eradicated all products, so you don't have to carry around embarrassing substandard expired goods anymore to hand out to your friends. And you don't have to sell anything. Fantastic. So those of you who say, I don't have a sales personality, that's also good. You can have the personality of a doornail and do what we do here because there is no selling. And then third of all, there's no presenting. You don't have to now gather your friends in your lounge and try and do a business opportunity presentation to them. There's only two people that present, like I said, Rob and I. And we, using our technology, are in your pocket 24 hours a day anywhere in the nation. You never have to convince. You never have to sell. You never have to be ashamed of what you do at DuePoint with us. We leave you with one task, the one task of connecting people to us. And there's only 4 ways of doing that. The first way is you can pick up our USB stick at our information counter. It's 170 Rand for the USB stick, once-off payment. And you have got us in your pocket. You plug that USB stick into a TV or a computer, you select the folder, pick the presentation you want, click play, and there we are, doing the presentation on your screen. So for those of you who struggle with data, this is your solution. It doesn't matter where you are in the country, call our client service team and they'll get you a USB stick and you can plug it into your TV at home, have your guests in the lounge and play us until your heart's content at 170 Rand once off. Okay. The second way of connecting people to us is here in our studio. Monday through Saturday, we present out of here. Rain, cold, snow, sunshine, we're here Monday through Saturday. Night times, lunch times, mornings. Jump on our website, go to our app, look at where our events are, and you'll find one that's convenient for you. Get your friends here, and we will do the presentation for you. The third way of connecting people to us is through our YouTube channel. You go to YouTube, search DuePoint, you will find every presentation we've ever done there. Go pick your favorite ones. It's okay if you prefer me to Rob, it's fine. You just pick your favorite ones, click play, anywhere, anytime, Christmas Eve, around the dinner table, it doesn't matter. I am in full makeup, ready to go behind that camera lens for you any time of the day. We have often marveled how people between midnight and 6 in the morning become wealth engineers. engineers. They're working night shift. I'm not working night shift. I'm a little bit, but like I don't work, 12 until 6 in the morning. But these guys, wealth engineers, will just sit people down on night shift, click play, and there we are doing the presentation for them anytime, anywhere through our YouTube channel. And then the fourth way of connecting people to us is through our live broadcasts. Every one of our presentations, Monday through Saturday, is broadcast live across the nation. If you've got a screen with an internet connection, any type of screen with an internet connection, you just click play and you are live in the room with us. That means that if you're stuck at work and you can't get you, or you're in a different province, but you like to be live with us, it doesn't matter. You click play, gather your friends around, and you're in the room with us 6 days a week, 7 presentations. We were asking a couple of people this week who were going, this one over here, can this and this one over there, and I said, do any of them talk to you as the owner, founders, and management of this business on a daily basis, Monday through Saturday? And most of them said, I don't even know who the people are behind these things. Don't even know who they are. Well, here you get to be with us, talking directly to you Monday through Saturday. So that's how you link people to us, so you connect them to us. As people connect to us, some of them are going to catch the vision of what we're doing, and not all of them, guys, people, some of them are going to catch the vision. Those that do will become wealth engineers just like you, and we will allocate them to you, and your channel is born. These folk will go out and do the same thing. Connect people to us. Some will catch the vision. Some will become wealth engineers. And again, we allocate them to you. And this happens over and over again over time. The more time you put in, the more it happens as your channel spreads out across South Africa. We have got so many working examples of this. One of the guys said to me last night, Brendan, I wish you'd show those examples again. We put them up all the time. Guys, go to our YouTube channel. Go dig for them. You'll find presentations where we show you actual channels growing across South Africa. It's absolutely remarkable how organic it moves across South Africa. Now we come along, now that you've penetrated South Africa like that, we as DuePoint come along and we facilitate the purchase of our products throughout this channel that you've made. And without having to sell a single thing, your income is born here at DuePoint. Now what's very important to note, guys, that this is not a pyramid scheme, it's not a Ponzi scheme, and it is not a get-rich-quick scheme either, which is what most South Africans are looking for, unfortunately. It's why we get suckered into putting our money into making donations. It's because we get suckered into it. Somebody says to you, don't worry, I'll do all the work for you and I'll make you rich in 90 days. And that's the last you ever see of your money. Okay? We pour our money into that because the promise of, I don't have to do anything and I'll get rich, sure, I'm in. That kind of thing. And we've got to break that cycle. Here at DuePoint, as I said, we're quite genuine. We are a listed and licensed insurance company. Everybody is watching us. And so we created something that is genuine, like your career. You go out into your career, none of you have the expectation of being rich overnight with your careers. None of you. You know you're going to have to put time in because it's real. But you also know you're going to get paid because it's real. Well, here we've done the same thing. Here you'll know you'll get paid. You know that. But it comes at a price. And that price at DuePoint is your time. We do need something. It's not your money, it's your time. This is a 5-year plus journey with us, where we will grow systematically and steadily your wealth over half a decade and longer, to a point where everything about your personal circumstances has changed forever. You see, we don't make you rich quick here, we make you rich permanently. There's a big difference between that. You know the guys who get rich quick, they get poor even quicker. You've seen them, okay? Now, I was watching the story of this girl who got, the bank made an error and put 14 million rand in her account. What did she do? She didn't call the bank up and say, look, I think there's a mistake here. She went out and spent 850,000 rand of it. Do you know where she is today? In prison. Yeah? The court case has just been completed. I was listening to it on the radio the other day. She's been put in prison for X number of years. Why? Because she stole 850,000 rand. She stole it. Again, it was, I'm rich, it's easy, let's spend. Instead of just picking up the phone and say, guys, there was a mistake. I bet you if she said that, they would have left her some. I bet you, which she could have then gone and spent. You see, we have the wrong attitude in South Africa. This wrong attitude of, no. We must have the money now. We must get rich. And we're saying, no. Here at DuePoint, we'll make you rich. We'll get you there. But it's going to take time and effort. And then it's yours to spend. Without fear, without consequence, it's yours to spend and change. So for those of you who do put the time and energy in here at DuePoint, guys, just put your stuff on silent for me. Turn your alarms off. I told you the alarm's like, we have a special device in the concrete here. at DuePoint. It makes phones ring. I can't find it. If I could, I'd chop it up and take it out. But somehow in this room, phones will ring. All right, so just put them on silent for me. Guys, for those of you who do build channels, you allow us to start this process of creating wealth for you. And we start with step one, facilitating the purchase of our products. Our first product is our Access Wealth Plan. It costs 324 Rand a month, and for that you get 2 independent products. The first one is your very own tax-free investment account, and the second one is 120,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover. We take 100 Rand of your 324 Rand, just 100 of it each month, and we put it in your investment account. There's no notice periods there. It takes about 5 to 7 days to cash the shares out and get them back to you, but it's your money. There's no friction cost to you. That 100 Rand's yours. And that means that the actual cost of this product each month is only 224 Rand. Our second product is our Wealth Guard product. It's 249 Rand a month, and for that you get 1 million Rands worth of personal accident cover. 1 million Rand. Doesn't matter how old you are. Doesn't matter what your pre-existing conditions are. There's no waiting period. There's no maximum age limits. This is a product that every South African can have for 249 Rand a month. And then our third product is our Family Wealth Funeral Plan. It too is made up of 2 products. The first is a funeral cover. You can pick between 20 or 30,000 Rands worth of cover, and whether you want 5 extra family members or 10 extra family members on your plan. And then it has an extra product which gives you 10,000 Rands worth of outstanding debt cover. This means that when you pass away one day, you don't get a tent and some airtime that lasts 5 minutes. You get 10,000 Rands worth of your debt settled. This changes the life of those you leave behind. They now don't need to pay off your debts once you pass away. Everything we do at DuePoint is about creating wealth. And so that's our third product. Our fourth product is our non-insurance, non-financial product. It's our Wealth Points Buyers Club. For 299 Rand a month, you get to be a member of our club, and that gives you access to all of our suppliers. We have spent 7 decades building ourselves up as a name in the market. When we go to suppliers, they give us discounts and account managers and vouchers and packages and special deals, each one different. And we've got a whole host of suppliers in there that could completely change your monthly spend. For all of these products, I encourage you to go to our YouTube channel, watch the training video. We've done a video on it. You don't even have to read. You just watch the video on every one of the products, and we've done a whole bunch of videos on this one to show you how to use all of our different suppliers to maximize or at least minimize your monthly spend. So you can create wealth with the DuePoint system and minimize your cost through our Wealth Points Buyers Club. All right, so traditionally, how do we get people to connect to us? As banks and insurance companies, we spend hundreds of millions of Rands every month on advertising trying to get you to connect with us. TV adverts, billboards, SEO on websites, SMS campaigns, you know it. I mean, how many SMSs do you get even a day? We spend hundreds of millions trying to get you to connect with us. How do we pay for that? We get you to pay for it. We put it in the product price. You pay for your car insurance, your funeral cover, your banking fees. 30 to 50% of it is next month's marketing. We've just built it into the price of the product. Now, we've done a similar thing here at DuePoint, but the only difference is we do zero advertising. Zero. It's another reason why you'd never heard of us before this evening, because we don't run any adverts. We use you to connect people to us. We use you to go out and find them and bring them to us. And at that point, we're able to present the opportunity and our products to those individuals. This leaves us in a position, though, now, where we do not need to spend the hundreds of millions we were spending before on SABC, DSTV, Prime Media. We're now able to just redirect the flow of what we were going to spend anyway to you and your channels, creating that wealth. And it starts with our returns program. Our returns program pays you 27.50 Rand for every product payment made in your channel, multiplied by a factor of where in your channel that payment is made. So for instance, you go out, you talk to a couple of your friends. Some become wealth engineers, they make their product payment, and you get 27.50 Rand multiplied by 200%, 55 Rand. 55 Rand not for the person, 55 Rand for every paid product. You see, this puts you back in control again. If they take 2 products, you get 110 Rand. If they take 3 products, you get 165. If you get 4 products, you get 220 Rand. So again, I've had folks say to me, but Brendan, on this website, they say if I sell the pot, I get 450 Rand. Yes, you do, once, for selling the pot. And you've got to try to go back to your same friend and sell him the same pot again next month? No. Here, that 55 Rand is every month going forward. very quickly it gets to the 450 Rand and well beyond. And as I said, if they take 2 products, 110 Rand, 4 products, 220 Rand. And it's not once off, because we're not doing cash here. We are doing wealth. It is every month going forward. Now, these folk go out, they're going to gather up a couple more of their friends. They become wealth engineers, pay for their products, and again, you get 27 Rand 50 multiplied by 200%, 55 Rand. You've been here in this particular example for 5 minutes. You've put a half a dozen people in, and you are earning 1,000 Rand a month. Add up the dots, 1,000 Rand a month. You see, on Facebook, they tell you 90 days you're a millionaire. Here I tell you, give me 5 minutes and I'll put 12,000 Rand a year extra into your bank account. 12,000 real rands, not the fake ones they've promised you, real rands into your bank account, 1,000 every month going forward, just with a handful of people. You now put a little bit more time, a little bit more energy into the growth of your channel. You will continue to earn, but on a diminishing basis to the 8th point. But from the 8th point on, you have unlimited potential to earn here at DuePoint. From the 8th point on, you'll always get 4% of 27 Rand 50 for every product made on every point in your channel, as long as you qualify to earn. How do you qualify to earn? You watch our 6-minute training video. That's how complicated the system is. It took me the whole of 6 minutes to explain it to you. So complicated. 6-minute training video, and you will realize how we have created generational legacy here. How you'll be able to build a channel 25 points, maybe 30 points big, hand it over to your children. They can take it to 60 points, hand it over to your grandchildren. They can grow it to 100 points and can earn on every product payment on every point. This is proper generational and real wealth that we have created here at DuePoint. So what does it translate to into rands and cents? That's the big question people always have. Very difficult for me to answer, because every one of you is going to grow at a different rate. Some of you will do terribly. You'll do terribly. You'll be here for 10 years and still be on 55 Rand. I'll be pulling my hair out over you. Some of you will do fantastically well and be on 100,000 Rand in no time. And others will be somewhere in the between. So what we had to do is we had to look at the averages. We've been around a long time. We took 20 years of data, got all the actuaries and accountants together, did a whole lot of maths, and we came up with what we believe is a conservative and reasonable expectation you can have for DuePoint. It starts with a growth rate formula called 3 + 2. It says that in your first month with us, you need to put 3 people onto your first point. That's it, just 3 people. We're not asking for 30 or all that, just 3 people in a month. Then every month thereafter, +2, you need to be putting in 2 people. That's it, 1 every 15 days. That's what we ask of you. You need to do it persistently, you need to do it recurringly, and you need to do it over time, which means when it gets to December, you can't all go, no, it's December, I don't do anything. No, I still need 2 people. When it gets to Easter, you can't go, no, listen, I'm going up to Limpopo, I'm sorry, there's no, you still have to put your 2 people in. When it's your birthday month, you can't say, no, it's my birthday, and I can cry if I want to. No, it's a song. You still have to put 2 people in. Every month, you've got to put 2 people in. If you do that persistently, and we add in lapses, cancellation rates, people not doing 3 + 2 in your channel, we know, okay? We build all of that into the maths. We believe that after 6 months, you can reasonably expect to be on about 2,500 Rand a month. 2,500 Rand a month is 30,000 Rand a year. 30,000 Rand a year. You're not rich, but it's started to change things. Remember, it's every month. That 2,500 Rand is coming in. Draw up your list in your head, all the things that you have that you are struggling to pay for right now. How many can you cross off with just an extra 2,500 Rand a month? None of you have quit your jobs to do this. In fact, one of the guys asked me today, how many people have we got doing full-time DuePoint? And I could think of 2 only. Everybody else still has a real life. You know, they still have to go to work every day, but they pick this tool up and they add it to their lives. They add it to their lives. An extra 2.5 grand starts to change things. But if you can do 6 more months with us, if you can come to do 1 year with us, we reckon you can reasonably expect to be on about 9,000 to 10,000 Rand a month. Now, 9,000 to 10,000 Rand a month, now that's pretty serious money. Yes, I know it's not what Facebook promised you, but it's pretty serious when you've got an extra 120,000 Rand a year. What can you do with 10 grand a month? Pay off bonds, certainly paying off your rent, it's paying groceries, it's paying school fees. You can put 2 kids in St. John's for that. You know, 120 grand a year that you've added to your household income. Now, if you can stick around and do 2 years with us, they'll rise to about 27,000 to 30,000 Rand a month. That's 360,000 Rand in 2 years. Can you do 2 years with me, though? See, this is the thing. I mean, Patrick's in the back. He knows my story. I'm going to say it again tonight. You guys get confused in this process about what you're responsible for at DuePoint. You see, you think that the people you put in, you're responsible for what they do when they're in. So you're responsible for them to pay. You're responsible for them to duplicate. You're responsible for them to plug in and attend. But that's not what I asked you to do. All I said to you is add one person every 15 days. That's all I asked you to do. Just connect 2 people a month to this thing. And so what happens is 90 days in, you've connected, say, 6, 7, 8, 9 people to DuePoint, but only one of them is paid, or only 2 of them is paid. You're like, no, that's it, I'm out of here. This doesn't work. This doesn't. Rob's got a great story. He says the cycle. It's almost like the cycle of doom. You come in to the new business and you're like, this is awesome. I'm going to be rich in 90 days. And 19 days later, you're not. So now you're really disappointed with the people you put in. But then you're like, I can't blame the people. I don't want to blame myself. It's got to be DuePoint. So we blame DuePoint. We then leave DuePoint and then we go to the next one. And then we're like, this is the one. 90 days from now, I'm going to be rich. And 90 days later, the same thing has happened. Okay. And so we go around the circle of doom. All right, no. I have given you one task. At DuePoint, you are given one task. The task of connecting people here. Not the task of ensuring they pay, not the task of ensuring they stick around, and not the task of duplicating. Them duplicating. Your task is to just connect people. And if you can do that over 2 years, the math starts working for you. There will be those, in those that connect, that get traction and get going. You cannot quit after 90 days. You can't quit after 6 months. You cannot quit after a year if you want more than 10,000 Rand a month. You have to keep connecting people. And don't worry about what they do after you've connected them to us. Once you've done 3 years with us, that number rises to about 45,000 Rand a month. If you can do 4 years with us, the maths tells us you'll be on about 60,000 Rand a month. And if you can do 5 years with us, you should be, and you should, we believe quite conservatively, be on about 80 to 100,000 Rand a month. That's R1 million a year. R1 million a year for those that have committed to 5 years. You see how quick it was on the clicker? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But you know that 5 years is a long time. 5 years from now is 2024. Are you ready for 2024? It's just before 2024. But we'll round it to 2024. That seems like the future, doesn't it? All right, let's look back 5 years. 2013 was 5 years ago. How many World Cups have there been in the last couple of years that you can think of? Since South Africa. Since South Africa, how many World Cups have there been? Soccer World Cups since South Africa 2010. There's been 2. 2 more since the one we had. I still remember sitting in the F&B Stadium. It doesn't feel like, how many years ago now? 8, 9 years ago? What is going? 5 years is quick when you're out of it. It's long when you're in it. Okay? But if I said to you now, can you picture yourself in 2024 earning 100,000 Rand a month? That's got to become your goal vision. That's got to become the vision, so that while you're stuck in it, you can lift your head and go, hang on, I know at the moment it doesn't feel like I'm going to get there, but I just have to keep connecting people till 2024, and I'll be on 80 to 100,000 Rand a month. That's what you've got to do. You can't look at your feet the whole way through this process. You've got to have your eyes up as we build this, together. How long have you guys been in your careers for? 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. That's what I always love. People are like, Brendan, it takes too long at DuePoint. And I go, really? How come you're going back to your job tomorrow? Why have you not told your boss, I'm out of here, man. You know what the problem with your company is? It takes too long to earn money here. But that's what you tell me at DuePoint. I get it all the time. People go, no, man, I've been here for 6 months and I'm on 1,000 Rand a month. I'm like, that's 12,000 Rand a year. Congratulations. No. I thought I would be on 100,000 already. But I told you it was going to take 5 years. So why are you getting all despondent? You've got to keep going with us here at DuePoint. So are people doing it at DuePoint? For sure. People are doing it. We've been around a couple of years now. This is not our first year. And every month we put a few folk up on stage, literally 2 or 3, like really, a fraction of what's going on out there, just to show you different people doing different things, some badly, some good, some medium. We show you them all over time. And this month we had Tanashi up. Tanashi came up and she, over the course of actually only 5 months, built a channel worth 5,000 Rand a month. I say 5 because for the first 7, she wasn't doing anything. She had signed up and got going, and then went, no, I'm distracted by this and distracted by that, and it was the 0 + 0 formula for 7 months. Then in January, she said, hang on a second, I can do better than this, got stuck in, and 5 months later, end of May, she's earning 60,000 Rand a year. 60,000 Rand a year. See, I say 5,000, you forget that's 5,000 every month. It's 60,000 Rand a year. What can you do with 60,000 Rand? You see, everybody wants the 100,000 Rand a month. But what you actually need is 5 to 10,000 Rand a month. You know that. An extra 5 grand a month and you're breathing. You're breathing again. You're not being strangled or drowned. You're breathing again. So then we had Kuena up with us. Kuena's been with us for 5 months as well, exactly from January to May. And in that period of time, she's built a channel worth 6,000 Rand a month. Now remember, I told you it was going to take you 6 months to get to 2,500 Rand a month in my maths. But they're not doing 3 + 2. They're putting more than 2 people in a month. They're growing at a rapid rate. And so she's on 72,000 Rand a year through our system. And then we got Mavuma. Mavuma was up this month. He's been with us for 18 months. So what does it look like when you've worked hard for 18 months? Not when you've worked hard for 6 months. I'm not interested in working hard for 6 months. 18 months of hard work. Well, he's built himself a channel worth 14,000 Rand. What does an extra 14,000 Rand a month do for you? How does that change things? But he's had to stick it out. You go and talk to him. Go and watch his video on YouTube. He'll tell you how many people have let him down because he thought he was responsible for them. But he's not responsible for them. He's only responsible for putting more people in. That's your one responsibility. But he's learned now over time that he doesn't need to be responsible for them. In the period of the 18 months he's been with us, he's earned 137,000 Rand. Just, 600 Rand in month 1, and 800 Rand in month 2, and 1,200 Rand in month 3. But when I added all up over 18 months, he's walked away with 137,000 Rand from DuePoint. Over the next 18 months, would 137,000 Rand change your life? Absolutely. Never mind the 75% compounded monthly nonsense. 140,000 Rand would change your economic position over the next 18 months. And that's what he's done for himself. Go to YouTube, see all the stories. The stories are all there. Some guys are earning a couple hundred Rand a month. Some guys are earning 10,000, 13,000 Rand a month. Other guys are earning 20, 30, 40, 50, 60,000 Rand a month and beyond. It's all there for you to go and view if you want. But right now, you've got to be making a decision. A decision about doing something different. A decision about taking some of your spare time, whatever it may be, and converting it into wealth with us here at DuePoint. Everything you need to know, I've just told you about DuePoint. If you want to become a wealth engineer with us this evening, it's super simple. You go to our website, DuePoint.net, click the join button at the bottom corner, fill out the form. 5 minutes later, you are an active wealth engineer without a single cent having been donated from you. You are alive and kicking. And tonight, you can be building your wealth as a wealth engineer with us. If you're serious, get the tools. You struggle with the cost of data, get the USB stick. If your phone tends to want to die on you, and that's where we do all of our business on the phone, well then, get a backup battery. You can pick it up here at the counter or order it from our client service team. If you struggle to connect people, get the business cards. We've got pads, we've got notebooks, we've got iPad and tablet covers, we've got caps and pens and pins and all sorts of stuff, whatever you need. So get out there and start connecting people to DuePoint. Pick it up. Pick it up, buy it, call it the client service, they'll have it delivered to you. But get the tools if you're going to be serious about building your business here with us. Guys, we're live on Facebook. We're fully every day. There's content being uploaded onto our Facebook site. So if you don't watch us live, you're missing half the content if you're not on Facebook with us. So go there, like us, follow us, and stay with us there. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's free to subscribe, and you've got all the content, all the presentations at your fingertips. You know when we go live every day because it'll ping on your phone if you subscribed. And as I said, it's free. And then folks, download our free app. Do you see how terrible this company is? It's like one of those Ponzi schemes. It just takes your money. Free app, free training, free this, free that. Folks, get the free app. Put it on your phone, which wasn't free. You had to pay for it. Put it on your phone. And you've got your channel in your pocket. In real time, you are plugged in. Your training, if you want to learn how to do this business, is on your phone. You go to the app, you select tools at the bottom right-hand corner, and in order are our training videos. You want your personal product documents and details? It's there in the app. Everything you need is in our app for you. Folks, this Thursday night, we've got a very special Thursday night presentation at 6:30. We call it Third Degree Thursday. We only run it once every 3 months, so it's good that you made it in time. You can book in. Guys, you know, if you've watched it before, how awesome these evenings are. Third Degree Thursday is an opportunity for you to ask me and the team here direct questions. We're going to have a fresh new format on the evening, so it'll be worth watching, and we'll answer any of your questions on anything, on DuePoint, the system, the products, anything. Maybe potentially questions that people keep asking you that you're struggling to answer. That's the question you should send us. Or a question you've never found an answer for. That's a question of your own. Send it in. Guys, send it to questions@DuePoint.net or call into the client service team and give us your questions in advance. But be here on Thursday night at 6:30. We want this room full. We want all your venues full around the country. We want it to be a big night because it's an educational night. Bring your guests. Bring the difficult ones. Perfect night for difficult guests. You know, the ones that know everything? That's the night to bring them, okay? Because then they can ask me questions about every aspect of this business. And make sure all your new wealth engineers are either watching live or in the room with us, because it's an education opportunity for them so that their confidence grows in their ability to handle questions as they connect people to us. It is a critical evening. I hope it's in your diary. Please book online so that you've got a seat with us and we know who's watching live on that evening. Folks, as part of our wealth creation, we change your lifestyle and educate you in this business and in this industry through our XP Rewards program. It's our training program. We take you by the hand and we take you from beginner to expert wealth generator for yourself. Through a series of steps and programs, as you complete them, we reward you with what's called XP points. They're experience points. They're not worth anything, but they are a measure of your experience and progress with us here at DuePoint. As you accumulate XP, your channel will naturally grow, and when you meet the 2 criteria in our program, we rank you up. You see, this is a business where you will feel forward progression. I know that for many South Africans, they feel like they are trapped in their circumstances, absolutely trapped with no way out. Here at DuePoint, even from the first stages, we give you and allow you to feel progress as you are creating wealth with us, and we reward you every time you rank up in our system. In the beginning, it's a little bit of cash. As you get more serious, the cash gets a hell of a lot more serious in our program. Then at rank 5 and beyond, we start to reward you with tools. At rank 5, it's an imported lightning memory stick from the United States of America. Got everything on that you need about DuePoint, and with it, no matter where you are, data or not, you're able to connect people to DuePoint. Then at rank 7, we give you a 12,500 Rand set of imported gold gilded business cards. Not gold printed. That's not a Cokie from my office desk drawer. That's real gold gilding. It is imported, custom made for you. When you give these cards to people, you will instantly have them connected to DuePoint. We give you those at rank 7. At rank 9, as long as you maintain your channel size with us, every year that you maintain that channel size, we take you and your family away on a 5-star business class 1-week trip away. Every year. Not once, every year, once you've achieved rank 9 and maintain your channel size. So this is often where I lose people. People are like, I was following you, now I know it's a farce. It's not real, it can't be real. Folks, it is real. We go every year. We went last year, the years before. I've got stock image. I've got them booked for next year. I mean, this year we've got our hotel booked. We've got the rooms booked, the air tickets booked. We're just waiting for our rank 9s. Some of our rank 9s are already there. They're coming. They already knew on the first day of January this year where their holiday would be at the end of this year. And you can be there too. Is it quick to get to rank 9? No. What rank are you guys all on at the moment? Rank 0. That's a long way from rank 9. If you do 3 plus 2, it's going to take you 19 months to go rank 9. See how honest we are? 19 months. But you don't have to be disappointed about that. We go every year. You see, this is the thing. Everybody's like, Brendan, I hear you, but I'm going to be rank 9 next month. I know you're not going to be rank 9 next month, but you could be rank 9 by the time we go next year. That's absolutely fine. As long as you're bringing your +2, your +2, your +2, your +2, you might well be coming away with us in December next year. But even if you miss next year, is it the end of the world? No, because guess what? We're going the year after. And the year after. You see, there's no timelines and deadlines here. You can get here quickly or you can get here slowly. That's up to you. Record to rank 9, 5 months. 5 months to rank 9. I'm waiting for someone to do it in 90 days. I'll bet you it's going to happen. Somebody's going to do it in 90 days. Could it be you? I don't know. You'll need to ask yourself. But when you do, And every year that you maintain your channel size, your Decembers will look at something like this.
All of your wind has gone, and all of the paths you've drawn have sunk to the ocean sun where no one can see. You stand, don't let the dark embrace, cower the dreams you chase under the rust and blood. Don't let yourself give up. We will start from the start. 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 We will start from the start.
Alrighty. So who's coming? On these miserably cold winter nights, I am longing to lie on that beach. I'm going to be there. There's me. I'm going to be there. I'm paying. Are you going to be there? I get people book my ticket, Brendan, and then 90 days are gone. The decision's yours. You don't become a wealth engineer at DuePoint for our holiday at the end of the year. When you rank 9, you're already earning off of our returns program enough to buy your own trip to Mauritius. This is a reward for those that do the work. That's what these things are. They're rewards for those that do the work. And as I said, few South Africans are willing to work these days. They want somebody to say, I'll do the work and give you the money. It just doesn't work like that. But for those who flick the switch in their minds and go, I know I need to do the work, and I'll do the work, those are the ones that are going to come away and be rewarded by us in many different ways. At rank 11, we reward you with your own car. It's not branded, it's not financed through us, you don't rent it from us, and we don't give it to you and then take it away. That's not how we work here. This is your reward for the work it's taken to get to rank 11. And we hope that you will use that car to progress even further. There are 28 ranks currently mapped in our XP Rewards program. I have shown you the first third. The first third, not even the first half. What else do you think is in that training program? Some serious decisions that need to be made this evening. I think you can see that we're very serious about what we're doing here. This is not another product pushing network marketing company. That's not what we are. We are a long-standing insurance company that wants to have impact and wants to be economically viable for South Africans. But we are looking for those of you who are willing to stick it out and to do the work. And for those of you who we will change your lives permanently. And so this evening, if you've got questions and concerns, no problem. Come and ask them. Wherever you are tonight, ask those questions. But what we ask you to do is not to leave tonight without this tool in your hands. As we said, it's not going to cost you anything tonight. I mean, that's what always astounds me. We will have people that will walk out tonight without this tool in their hands, even though it's not a tool that costs them anything. Pick the tool up tonight and start changing your future. Start changing your decision pattern and start changing your circumstances with it tonight. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to see you all outside, and thanks for all of you who've tuned in live tonight.